Thank you for joining me on this Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. I'm thinking of you if you're dealing with the flooding. We have better news with the forecast, but that doesn't mean the flooding and all that stuff that we've had, unfortunately, goes away. Again, we're dealing with the cleanup efforts. Still, homes are flooded. So I'm thinking of you. I can't stress that enough, even though we kind of advance forward. I advance forward in the forecast, and we do have some better news to pass along, so I'll get into that. But Trinidad and Tobago, I'm watching us very carefully, of course, so we'll get into that. Then the Western Caribbean, watching a higher chance of rain. I'm going to get into that, a better chance of rain and storms there. Up to the north, we'll see a few fronts. That means the Bahamas, a better chance of some rain as we get down the road, kind of taking a look at a global picture there. Here we are in the Caribbean, ABC Islands, get toward Aruba, up toward Jamaica, Cayman Islands, my friends in Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Venezuela watching us as well down toward Guyana. That's where we've had a lot in the way of rain and storms. And then watching over toward Panama, seeing that kind of flaring up. Little flare up near Belize, and then watching Guatemala and El Salvador, where we've had some increased rain the last couple days across Central America. So I'm watching and doing the best I can. A lot of territory to cover, doing the best I can to cover all of us across the Caribbean back through Central America. Here's a close look at Trinidad and Tobago, northern Venezuela, as we see these things improve. Again, I want you to know that I am thinking of you with still the flooding, but you see some of the cloud cover here. You see the greens and some of the blues, that's some of the cloud cover. In that, we could still have some rain and storms around, but if you remember in yesterday's video, in the last few videos, we had a lot of red around. Those were the really tall clouds giving us that flooding, but again, we're still dealing with the river flooding. We have those slides that have happened, roads washed out. So that's what we're starting to get some improvements, though, at least. And I'm going to get into that with the computer models over toward Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. Here, watching the Western Caribbean, things are flaring up. The season doesn't quite come to an end. The next couple days, a good 50 to 70% chance of rain, and watching out for some areas of flooding. Isolated Belize, Guatemala, El Salvador, slightly better chance of flooding. Honduras, Nicaragua, back toward Costa Rica, and then as we make our way into Panama. Now, here's the computer model to show you the very latest. This is later today, and you see that rain near Panama I was mentioning, near my friends in Colombia, and then watching this, not as much. There's still some rain and storms around, but not as much later today. But Guyana, Suriname, very active. Northern Venezuela, so kind of a wait and see on some of the rain there. But you get toward, say, Martinique, Guadeloupe, Dominica, even near Barbados, my friends in St. Lucia, Antigua and Barbuda, the onshore flow giving us that chance of spotty showers and storms back through Puerto Rico. But look at this blob of rain here. That's what I'm watching out for, that increased chance of rain over here. Spotty showers and storms, Cayman Islands, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, and Cuba. Now, moving forward, let me move the clock forward real slowly. This is by 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So we look at a couple things here. The green on the map, that's where the rain is. And you see a few spotty showers and storms here. So the rain chance not high. Puerto Rico, for example, British Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands, 30% chance of rain and storms tomorrow. Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Cuba, the same thing. Even the ABC Islands, a little uptick in the rain tomorrow, about a 30-40% chance. Not all of us are going to get it, but here's that flow coming in with that heavier rain. Parts of Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama, and even Colombia, watching out for that higher chance of rain. Again, that's Wednesday afternoon. So let me take you forward into Thursday. Stop the clock here. This is Thursday afternoon. Spotty showers and storms around, not widespread, and again, watching out for some scattered to isolated showers and storms. Fortunately, relaxing some with the weather over toward Trinidad and Tobago. And then we get back into our western zones. That's where we still have a higher chance of rain, but the rain chance does go down some. And then elsewhere, looking up to the north, I mentioned there's going to be some fronts around. So as we get toward the end of the week, the Bahamas, for example, Turks and Caicos, we'll see a better chance of some rain back through here. And some of these fronts may even spill over a little moisture toward the Cayman Islands, Jamaica, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic. So some fronts up toward the states can clip us by this time of year and increase the rain. All right, moving into Friday as we look ahead to the end of the week, look at the extra rain here. Still not as much in the Eastern Caribbean, which is good, but there's still rain. And even if you get a passing shower storm, since those rivers are at capacity, since we already have the problems, that could add on to it. So but I'm watching very carefully Trinidad and Tobago through the end of the week. And then Belize, look at this. Belize heads up by the time we get into Friday, a higher chance of rain, and Jamaica, a higher chance of rain. Not really seeing a flooding event per se, some isolated issues, but I'll keep an eye on Jamaica as we get toward the end of the week. Let's get into some forecasts. Trinidad and Tobago, as I mentioned, the rain chance is down, but still, if you get some rain and storms, those creeks, rivers, whatever you want to call them, we could still have some of those issues. So not as active, but still watching out for some scattered showers and storms, and a little hotter because that rain chance is going down some. St. Kitts and Nevis, 28 degrees Celsius, 82 Fahrenheit, partly cloudy, a passing shower, about a 20% chance passing shower or a brief thunderstorm possible today. And we get back toward Jamaica, rain chance 30%. But as I mentioned in Jamaica, by the end of the week, that rain chance will be picking up. Now, as far as rainfall is concerned, the next couple days, you see here, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, we're going to see some spots that could get 100 to 125 millimeters. That's 4 to 5 inches of rain. And still watching out for spotty showers and storms, Guatemala, El Salvador, and Belize. That could give us a quick half of an inch to anywhere upwards of 3 inches of rain. And you see the rain chance the rain amounts not as high in Trinidad and Tobago, but still around and on the edge of it. You see those purples there. So some spots still could get over 75 millimeters of rain, especially northern Guyana. I'm watching you carefully for some of that flooding. Some higher rain total, Suriname, northern Guyana, and then watching near the ABC Islands. So Aruba, a chance that we could see a few inches of some rain, upwards of 75 to even 100 millimeters if some of those showers and storms kind of push on shore. So I'll watch out for that. All right, taking it forward tomorrow, the last day of the hurricane season. I promise to stay with you, though, as we go pretty much every day. I'm doing the best I can. I'm a one-man show here, but doing the best I can to keep you updated. Hopefully, we end this list on Nicole. It looks like it will be that way. I'm not seeing, there could always be a spin-up out there in the Atlantic, but nothing as far as anything threatening as a hurricane is concerned. Owen is technically the next name on the list, but tomorrow, the last day of the hurricane season. But I'm watching that flood threat kind of shift to the Western Caribbean, and then it picks up later this week in other spots. I'll be tracking it for you. Thank you for taking the time to subscribe and being part of this weather community. And I hope you have, oh, hang on. Come here, Pix. Come here. Come here. I'm going to show you. Come here. Come here. Come here. What's this? Come here. Come here. I'll come and get you. Come here. This is my pup. This is Pixie. I did want to show you Pixie. A few of you have been asking. So she's always at my feet during these. So she's a good pup. You're on YouTube. Get used to it. You're a little YouTube star. So again, thank you for joining me. Thinking of you with the flooding, and I hope you have a good day ahead. Come here, Pix. Good girl. There you go. Good girl.